Right. You want to learn how to become charismatic. You want to learn how to instantly attract people, be a force, be a magnet, a people attractor. That's exactly what you want to be if you clicked into this video. So the first thing that you need to understand is what charisma is. What is aura, as people say nowadays? Charisma and aura is essentially you as a person developing yourself and being a force and drawing attention from absolutely everywhere you go. You do not need to say a single word, and people know. They can sense, they can feel your vibration just emitting from you. You know that person has their life in check and they're doing well. That's exactly what I'm going to teach you and how to do it in this video. Okay, number one, mastering body language. No matter where you are, if you're in an uncomfortable or awkward situation, or if it's a sad situation or environment that you're in, you need to make sure that your posture is very, very good. You do not want to have your chin down, your chest down, your back slumped over. You just look incompetent. You look unconfident. You need to make sure that your chin is up, your chest is out, your back is straight, because then you look confident. No matter if you are or not, it does not matter. It's what you perceive as. This is exactly what I'm trying to say. So, aura and charisma is all about perception. You could have the biggest poker face and you could look completely confident and magnetic to absolutely everyone just because you present yourself well. Posture alone is going to help you significantly no matter where you are. So that's the first thing. Make sure that your posture is up and it's correct. Chest up, chin up, back straight. Walking with confidence, looking straight. Make sure that nothing distracts you and you are completely on your objective. You know exactly what you're doing because it's exactly what I said before. That person has their life in check. It looks like they have everything sorted out. You know, and you look like you know exactly where you're going to and where you're heading. Okay, the second part is mastering eye contact. This step is just as important as your posture. If you are having a conversation with somebody and you just look on the floor, you look around 24/7, you're consistently fidgeting with things, looking away, avoiding eye contact, you look unconfident, you look awkward. This creates awkwardness in the conversation, regardless of if it is or not. Holding good eye contact with people is extremely important. It makes you seem more confident. It is as simple as that. If you have your posture up, your back straight, and you're holding good, very good, strong eye contact, now don't make it weird. If you're talking to somebody, if you're talking to a female, don't forget how to blink or anything like that. Be confident, hold good eye contact, and then whenever it's a good time to look away or anything like that, or just relieve pressure. Do not stare at somebody in the face like they're some demon. It's not like that. You hold good, strong eye contact, but do not make it weird. Do not make the other person feel uncomfortable. Okay. Three, engagement in conversations. Whenever you are speaking to somebody, if you appear interested in whatever they're speaking in, does not matter what they're speaking about, does not matter if you're interested in it, doesn't matter if you don't even know what it is. If you have good body language to where it seems like you're interested and you're intrigued in what they have to say, you're interested in their life, their story that they're telling, their interests, you appear more likable. And this makes people think that you have very good charisma, regardless of if you like what they're talking about or not. Ways you could do this: slightly leaning forward whenever they're speaking, having your hands on the table and kind of tilting your head and nodding as they talk, responding as they speak. Make sure you don't interrupt them, but make sure they feel understood. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Try to elaborate on exactly what they're talking about. If you know tiny little details, engage with it. Make sure you're listening though. That's the main thing. Once people feel that you are listening to them and they're feeling understood, this will take you a very long way and it makes you appear very, very likable. And it's going to make a lot more deals if you're a businessman or if you're trying to get a female or a male in some cases, then that's exactly a very, very good point that will take you very far. Once that person feels understood, you seem a lot more likable because it makes you seem like you may have some more interests or similar things in common, which is obviously a significant sign of compatibility, especially with regards to relationships or business. Number four, storytelling. The ability to tell a story to people. I cannot stress this one out enough. If you come across as somebody extremely average, mundane, boring, it's just uninteresting, nobody wants to speak with you. Everybody knows that one person that whenever you speak, you don't have the same interests, you don't care about what they do, what they say, you don't care about the conversation, you just want it to end because it's boring. You just want to get out of there. You're looking for consistent things to distract yourself or to get yourself out of the situation. Like you might even make a couple excuses. The ability to tell a story will take you so far because once people feel entertained in whatever you speak about, it makes you want to listen to them. It's not forced, it's authentic. People want to listen to you more. It's everybody sees it every single day. When you're speaking to somebody and they actually have a very good story about how they went abroad and something happened, or how they had a business meeting and this thing happened, every single time you tell an engaging and entertaining story, people will find you so much more attractive, charismatic. Simple as. Make sure that you know and you have the ability to tell a story. Use hand gestures. Show it. Being like, oh, yeah, so this person came up and he was standing over there, and engage with it. Change your tempo. Change the way you speak, up, down, engage them, and then like little jerks who keep them engaged. Like, oh, what's going on? Jesus, this story is crazy. What happened? What happened? Tell me more. It's the exact same. People like to feel entertained, and when you're entertained, you're more interesting. Same thing with regard to TV series, TV show, movies. If something is interesting, if it tells a good story, you're more engaged. You want to look at it more. You want to understand what exactly happens next. A cliffhanger happens. I need to figure out what happens because this scenario just happened, but this could happen. This could happen. What happens? You are more engaged in the conversation. Once you have the ability to tell a story, speak well. Don't say don't stutter. Just speak concisely and compendiously. Be able to convey exactly what happens and the experiences that you have in your life, because people will find it extremely interesting and they'd want to build and have more conversations with you, which makes you seem better. Authenticity. This is probably the most important step in my opinion, because the ability to be authentic with no matter who you're speaking to is extremely important, because if you feel the need to speak to people but you cannot be your true self, not only is this going to hinder relationships, but it's also going to be extremely draining on your end, because you feel that you need to build a certain persona. You need to change yourself. You need to speak extremely different in ways you don't speak, that you don't like speaking. And this takes energy. This takes energy from you, and it's not going anywhere good. Once you are able to be authentic with people, be your authentic self, it's going to help you extremely and take you extremely far in life. Because if you speak to people as yourself, this gives you more energy, because you feel like you can be yourself with those people. You don't have to put on a certain persona. You don't have to say different words that you don't really like using, that you don't really know the definition of. It takes energy. But when you can speak to people and you can be yourself, you can actually develop good, serious, authentic conversations with those people. And it makes you seem a lot more likable, because human beings are very good at detecting bullshit. Very, very, very good at it. So if people detect, I don't think that's true, or I don't think you really speak like this, it makes you look very bad, because it seems forced. It's not a true conversation. It's not a real conversation. Once you can be yourself with people and people can be themselves with you build genuine relationships because it's you. You do not have to pretend to be other people. This makes you look a lot better because you seem like a trustworthy person, because you do not have to portray this fake persona to get people to like you or anything like that. Okay, emotional intelligence. Number 5. Emotional intelligence is important because if people feel like they can have a conversation with you where they feel understood and you know what expressions to present, you know exactly what words to say, in order to have a deeper conversation with those people. You don't instantly get angry or anything like that. You're calm, you're collected, you're interested. Going back to the other point, you are interested. You seem engaging. You are listening to that person. Your body language changes. You change. You match that other person's energy. If they feel upset, you can reciprocate that and foster for it. You could be like, okay, how did that make you feel? Or why did you feel this way? Have those deeper conversations with each other, because once you have the ability to speak to people and make them feel understood, that you can reciprocate the same energy that they're feeling, again, it resembles common ground. So you have common interests with each other that makes you seem much more likable because you share common interests in what that other person has to say or how they're feeling. Number 6, arguably another extremely important point, which is probably one of the most important ones is in itself. Confidence. Make sure you have good hygiene. Make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you present yourself well. Make sure you're confident in yourself, the way you speak. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Be your true self. This is so important. Once you seem confident, you seem competent. That is one of the most important things. Nobody wants to speak to somebody who is unconfident, slumped down, bad posture, can barely speak because they're worrying that they're going to stutter and everything like that. It creates awkwardness. Once you find somebody and speak to somebody who's confident in themselves, they're able to be their true, authentic self. Going back to the other point, make sure that you are confident. Doesn't matter. Put it on. Put it on. Put a poker face on. Perceive confident. Even if you're not confident, just try. Try your best. Act as if you own the place. You are one with the place. You belong there. You belong in that situation that you're in. You're going to walk into that business meeting. You're going to approach that girl and you are going to say exactly what you want to say. And you do not worry about a single thing. The worst thing they could say is no. There you go. Be confident. And the way you can become more confident is by becoming more competent. So, becoming more competent, what does that mean? Being useful, having a skill. Once you have a skill set, once that thing comes into play, if you have the skill set of being able to be articulate, or you convey very good body language, you seem very good, you know, you have the emotional intelligence, you have the charisma, you know how to speak, you don't really mess up with your speech, you seem more confident, which is a lot more likable. Again, going back to what I said at the start of the video, you seem like you have your shit together. And that is very, very, very attractive, because nobody likes to speak to an unconfident, incompetent person where it creates awkwardness and you just look extremely bad. So take care of your oral hygiene, take care of your overall hygiene. Make sure that you take care of yourself and your mental state. It's not just all about physicality, it's not all just physical, it can be mental. So you need to make sure that you have a good mindset along with that. Because once you have a good mindset, again, this is extremely likable. People like people with good mindsets that resembles good, strong, brave confidence. Because confidence is attractive and will increase your overall status of aura and make you seem much more charismatic. And last but not least, step number 7, using charismatic activities every single day. What does this mean? In order to help you accelerate your aura or your charisma, if you try to meditate or if you try to practice exactly what you are trying to achieve, for example, if you struggle with speaking, if you read out loud, if you record yourself, if you speak to yourself in the mirror, make sure that you're giving yourself the feedback. If you feel anxious, you're worried, make sure you try to meditate to relax yourself, relax your nerves, relax your brain. So when you go into that business meeting, when you approach that person, when you engage in that conversation, you are relaxed, you are your true self, you are in your authentic form. This will help you so much. I cannot preach this enough. This is going to help you astronomically. Make sure that you are practicing, because practice makes perfect. And that is exactly what we are trying to perfect. How you appear, how you seem, how you speak, how you portray yourself, how you are, your aura, your charisma. It's you for a reason. It's working on yourself. So make sure you try to meditate, practice exactly what you're looking to do. For example, if it's hygiene, make sure you get your routine in check for whatever it is. Make sure your nails are always cut. Make sure you always have a good haircut every 2 weeks or so. Or if you have longer hair, maybe different. Totally depends on your hair type and everything like that, and how you like your hair to look and be presentable. Make sure that you focus on absolutely every single one of these steps. Because if you do, I promise you, you are going to seem a lot more competent, you're going to seem a lot more confident, you're going to be a lot more attractive to absolutely everybody who not only sees you, but also speaks and associates with you. So, if you are interested in getting much more valuable steps on how to increase your aura, your charisma, and become more attractive, I do have a private channel on School called Datasets VIP, where I will teach you self improvement and how to attract and be more attractive to increase your aura and to increase your charisma. That will be in the description if you are interested. Thanks for watching.